Greetings! Welcome to How to Be a Decent Manager, episode 4. Today we're going to be talking about first structure, then freedom. I made the largest rubber band ball you've probably ever seen in your life. In high school I had a number of jobs, one of which was working in a mechanic shop, and then another one was working in an office supply store. At the mechanic shop, the owner's name was Wayne, and he spent so much time with me, first just starting me off with how to clean tools, and then going into working its way into how to change oil on a car, then how to do the inspections on a car. And all along the way, he would give me a little more responsibility. I still owe a lot of my success to Wayne in the way in which he taught me how to manage people. I was so surprised at how much time he would spend with me, even though he owned that entire shop. I felt a lot like the Karate Kid. I had my own Mr. Miyagi. My other job in high school was at an office supply store. And I don't even remember the owner's name, to be honest with you, but he hired me and he didn't tell me much of what to do. So I spent most of my time sitting in the back of the building, building a giant rubber band ball. Discipline brings freedom. If you've ever seen someone look effortless at doing something amazing, it's because they spent thousands of hours on the fundamentals. Think about that in the way in which you manage people. Help build that strong foundation on the fundamentals, and then they'll set free and it'll look like the work is effortless. So most of us, when we hire someone, we start off by saying, hey, I'm a pretty hands-off manager. I really want to give you the flexibility to do this job the way you want to do the job. And then we just walk off and they have no idea what to do. When you bring someone on, I think the opposite approach is better. Start with a strong foundation. Spend a lot of time with your new hire, and then as you get on the same wavelength and they think the way you think, as they approach things the way you would approach them, then you start to set them free, right? And let them have the freedom. Usually we give people that freedom up front, and then as they move forward, they're not meeting our expectations and we start to jump in and micromanage. And it's just because we didn't give the structure we should have given in the first place. When you start with a new hire, I think it's so important that you begin with a strong foundation and spend a lot of time with them up front so that you get on the same wavelength. The inverse of that is when you come in, you hire someone, and then you just tell them you're a hands-off kind of guy, then you leave the room, and then don't close the loop very often on feedback. So think about the feedback loop. It's so important for us as we do something that we get a response. And the quicker those feedback loops are up front, the faster someone can learn. Think back to times in your own life when you felt either lost on the job or micromanaged. Your manager probably should have been providing you the inverse of what they were. There are times when we need more structure, and there are times when we need more freedom. My challenge for you this week is to evaluate one team member and the work that they currently have and decide where do they need more structure and where do they need more freedom. If you haven't been giving this structure to a team member already, I still think it's a great opportunity for you to pull someone into your office and just ask, hey, I wanted to check in on how this project is going. I don't know that I've been giving you all of the guidance that you need to set you up for success. And then you just ask a few questions to find out the status. What roadblocks are in the way for you to complete this successfully? How can I help support you in doing this successfully? Just finding out the things that they're getting stuck on so that you know then how to provide some more structure and support. If you want your successful team members to stay engaged, then start with structure and lead to freedom. And that will keep people from building rubber band balls in the back of the room. Strengthen that relationship, get on the same wavelength, and help set them free to do the things that they're meant to do. That's how you can become a decent manager.